Okay guys, welcome to part 2 of episode 3 of Voodoo's Thoughts. We're talking about my real, actual thoughts on the PlayStation 3 as compared to Xbox. And now I want to actually talk about the software, okay? The games. Now, I've said this in the past and it's true. A lot of the times, the cross-platform games come out better on 360. Okay, they do. That's reported. The graphics look better, and the gameplay's better. So that's a knock on PlayStation. That for whatever reason, hardware, graphics availabilities, whatever. To me, games look beautiful on PS3. I don't ever notice that, but people say that the 360 versions are better. Okay. But I want to talk about the exclusive titles for each. Okay. Now, I don't have an Xbox 360, therefore I have not played the Xbox exclusive titles, so I'm going to be careful how I choose my words, because I don't want to be talking out of place when I haven't had experience, okay? To me, the PlayStation exclusives are very good, for the most part. They really are, and they seem like more interesting titles than the ones on Xbox. Now, I don't know that for a fact. I have not played the Xbox. If you want to go all over and, freaking troll my video because I said that, be my guest. But they just seem like more interesting titles, and it seems like we've got a lot more as far as, big franchises that do extremely well and that win awards and things like that. It seems like we've got the majority. We've got Resistance, we have the God of War series, we've got Uncharted, we've got Killzone. I know we have more, I just can't really think of them right now. But, just those 4 are huge. Resistance is big, Uncharted is giant, it's huge. God of War was amazingly huge. And Killzone, it's Killzone 3, sort of. I wouldn't call it huge, but it's a big title. Okay, sorry, I have a message I had to answer. So I really love the PlayStation exclusive titles. Yes, Xbox has Halo. Yes, Xbox has Gears. Yes, Xbox has Fable. But, bottom line is, it just seems like the PS3 exclusive titles are, they just seem more interesting to me to play. If I was given a choice of would you rather play the next Resistance or the next Halo, I'd go with Resistance. Now, obviously, that's because I've played the Resistance games, but, both premises look good, you know what I mean? But it just seems like the PlayStation ones seem better. They just seem better. Okay, let's say that they're very good titles, and I don't want to lose those titles by switching to Xbox. Okay, I don't want to lose Resistance and all those other games because I really like them. So if you want to troll all over my video, be my guest. I don't care. So that's that. So basically, after all these things I've said that I like PlayStation over Xbox, why am I considering Xbox, and why am I actually leaning towards Xbox for the next console? To prove to you that I'm not a fanboy. Well, it's 2 main problems with the PS3. They're big ones, and if you notice, every time I freak out or flip out on PlayStation 3, these are the 2 reasons why. Number 1, the online experience in general for PlayStation is garbage. It always has been, and as far as the PS3 is concerned, it always will be probably. It's garbage. Xbox wins on online experience. There's no question about that. Even the biggest PlayStation 3 freaking fanboy, the only thing they can say that is better than the 360, or in their mind is better than the 360, is is that the PlayStation Network is free, which doesn't even matter anyway because you get what you pay for, and we get an awful online service. The other one is it doesn't seem like Sony can get any contracts as far as content is concerned for these games. And I mean DLCs, I'm talking about cross-platform games. DLCs, mainly, sometimes early releases of betas and things like that. Xbox 9 times out of 10 wins. They win. As far as advertising is concerned, think about it. Other than games that are PlayStation 3 exclusives, when you see an advertisement for a game on TV, it's always advertising to play it on Xbox. Always. It's never advertising to play on PS3 if it's a cross-platform game. It just isn't. It never is. So they don't know how to advertise. They don't know how to get real good contracts as far as exclusive content is concerned. And their online is awful. In content, I mean, like, for the DLCs, I mean, think about it. Xbox gets all the DLCs early. Or not early, they get them on time, we get them late, let's say that. They get all the Black Ops multiplayer, or all the Black Ops DLCs early because of their contract with Activision. They got the first DLC for Fallout New Vegas early, 3 months ahead of PlayStation 3 and PC users. I mean, they just, constantly get things ahead of us. And sometimes exclusive content that we don't ever touch. Which doesn't make any sense, because if you think about it, how many exclusive titles are on the PlayStation 3? We obviously can get contracts with these companies to provide us with exclusive titles, but we can't get contracts with other companies who make cross-platform games to give us exclusive titles first, or ahead of everyone else. So it's pretty strange, and I don't know why they can't, considering that they've been around longer than Microsoft, longer than Xbox. They had the PlayStation 1 out before Xbox was even thought of, so why that they can't get contracts with game companies, I don't know. But they can't. And, that's that. They have done a few things recently, like I just saw, and I was shocked, but I did see that for LA Noire, the game coming out from Rockstar, PS3 users are actually getting an exclusive case to solve, which is pretty neat, I have to say. It's pretty cool that we get an exclusive case just for buying it on PS3, but Rockstar seems to be a company that PS3 seems to have a good relationship with, that we get stuff early, but as far as everybody else, really not. And as far as the online experience, there's just not a lot to say. The servers suck, the PS Store sucks, you can't find anything on the PS Store, it's garbage, and playing with your friends, as far as the social community, all that stuff concerned, PSN is awful, it sucks, and the people who developed PlayStation Network didn't know what they were doing, plain and simple. So, let's move on to my thoughts on what Sony's gonna have to do to keep me as a customer. Here's the bottom line. If Sony understands, okay, and is smart enough to realize, or just, observant enough to realize that the PSN sucks, that they royally screwed up making it, and that they actually hire a new development team to make an online service, free or not. I actually prefer if it wasn't free, because then at least I'd be paying the online company to actually be able to maintain their stuff and be work right. Free or not, if they redo the online system for their next console, PlayStation 4, if they redo the console, or not the console, the online experience, and it's on par with Xbox, then I have no problem buying a PlayStation 4, and I probably will. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to buy another PlayStation if the online is fixed. The contracts, yeah, they're extremely annoying, and I hate that fact that we can't seem to get anything exclusive, but I can live with it to keep the great titles and to stay with a system that I've known and have had, for years, so I don't have to completely adapt to a new console with, things about it that I don't really like. So, that's that. However, if PlayStation is too stupid to understand how bad PSN is, and they make no attempt to fix it, and it's just as bad, then I'm going to switch to Xbox, because think about it. The online part of games is only getting bigger. It's not getting smaller. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so it's really a no-brainer. If I have if I'm going to buy, if the prices are comparable, I can buy one system that has, that I've known and been with for years, but they really only offer half the package, because by the next generation of games, I think online is going to be at least half the package, if not even more. They're only going to be offering me half the package, or I could try something new with a new console, pay the same amount and get the full package, meaning I get, the games and all that, but I also get the online experience. Yes, I have to pay a little bit more, but oh well. It's really not a competition. The one with the full package is going to get my vote and my money. They just are. It's pretty sad that the PlayStation 3 launched an entire year after Xbox 360, yet they weren't even on par or anywhere close with their online experience. So if they hire new development teams that know what they're doing and make an online community, now this is assuming that there's no new problems that arise with either console, or no new big different steps that they take, because then that changes the tables. But obviously when the new consoles come out, I'm going to not buy them immediately. I'm going to wait a year, so if they have better models, the price drops, and they actually have games for the consoles, and also that I can get a good feeling from both consoles. What are the pros, what are the cons, what are people saying about each console, and how they stack up to one another. And so after about a year or so of the releases, that's when I'm going to go out and make my decision. But I want to stay with PlayStation. I do. I really don't have huge issues with them, or many issues, but the two I have are big, with the online being one and the contracts being another. So that's the bottom line. I do like my PlayStation 3, and hopefully Sony gets their act together for PlayStation 4, and I'll happily go spend my money for them if they can fix the things that were wrong with PlayStation 3 and actually understand that their online service is just garbage. So here's to you, Sony. Hopefully you fix your problems and get my money. If you don't fix your stuff and Xbox continues to outdo you, then I'm going to Xbox and giving them my money, because they deserve it more than you do. So I hope this video gave you a good look on how I actually feel about the different things with PlayStation, what I'm looking for in the next consoles, and hopefully proving to you that I'm not a fanboy of either console, that I really, when the next consoles come out, I'm going to give them each an equal look and see which one, in my opinion, is the better deal and is really understanding how to run a console, and that's the one I'm going to give my money to. So good luck to both developers, I'd say, with their next console, and hopefully whatever I pick, it's a great console, and that it blows these consoles out of the water. So those are my thoughts, my Voodoo's thoughts, and that's it for episode 3. So be sure to check back in the future for more episodes of Voodoo's thoughts.